Good day, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. It's great to see you. Arif, hello. Mafu, hello. Oliver, hi. Arif over on Twitch, hello. It's great to see everybody. I am doing well. I hope you're having a great day also. Today is just, as usual, kind of busy. Thursdays are tough, but we're going to stay at it. So let's go ahead, jump into some introductions really quick. Hello, everybody. My name is Shawn. I'm a photographer. I'm based in Germany. 1 second here. Okay. Whatever platform you're watching this on, Caroline, hello. Whoa. Wow, we already got a big boom from Oliver. So, thank you, Oliver. Welcome in. It's wonderful to see you. And boom. The sound effects always scare me. I'm not used to it yet. You are going to see a Linktree link within the description. It's here. And it's going to look something like, not that, get back here. It's going to, wow, you are being fickle right now. It's going to look like something like that. We don't hear sound effects because I am not on that screen. So it's, I guess, maybe alerts for me. I don't know, but that's good. But you guys do hear music. Music should be on. Yep, music is on. Jumping over into the Linktree, Sandrine, hello. You're going to be able to find me every place I am on the interwebs. And every place else. You can hear the music. We can hear the music and you. Good. That's a plus. So if you're interested, if you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch, please give me a follow, subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. If you're watching the replays, and now replays are lasting much longer on Twitch, but please subscribe and follow. All those good things. As a reminder, nobody has popped in yet from Facebook, but if you're watching this from Facebook, make sure to jump over into YouTube or Twitch if you want to see all the chat, if you want to see the community chat, because right now it doesn't work on Facebook. Good morning, Jackie on Facebook. Have a great day. You too, Jackie. You too. Also, over on Behance, if you like what I do, feel free to subscribe. I do have a subscription area. Or you can always buy me a cup of Joe and you will get a cool wallpaper from Budapest. So you can check that stuff out. I made it live on Adobe Live. Okay. 1 quick second, everybody. Give me a moment. Okay. Thoughts and prayers going out to the families, friends, loved ones of the accident in the States. Scary, horrible, scary situation. So thoughts and prayers. And to the first responders that are in the river. So I kind of wanted to get that out of the way. It looks like ads are about to start, so we'll continue on, but we are going to continue going through Lightroom Classic, I realized there was a big section that I really didn't get into. So that is what we're going to do today. And when we get done, if we have time, we're going to be doing some editing. Yes, Mafu, a mid-air accident with a helicopter and a jumbo jet. Okay. Let me get ready here. Because it just happened. So, okay, let's get into this. So we, earlier this week, we went through the library, we went through the develop module, but throughout the develop module, we missed a huge section. So let's go ahead, hit D for develop. And the section that I did not go through is up here. So first off, let me grab, hit G. Let's grab this photo. Let's use this photo. D for develop. And so what you have up here is you've got the edit sliders. This is the edit sliders. We have the crop, we have remove, we have the red eye, and we also have masks. So the sliders are just the editing sliders that you see. No. And no, Mafu, and no. No and no. So, I think we have breaks, right? Or we may have ads? I don't know. Over on Twitch. So we are going to continue on. Getting into the crop. All right, so what you have, this is the crop and straighten tool. If you want to choose an aspect, you can actually choose this aspect. And if you draw out however it is that you wish to crop, let's go ahead, reset that. I don't use that. If I click on the original, you've got as shot, original, custom, and then you have some ratios, and you can also enter a custom ratio if you would like. So that is very useful depending upon what it is that you're trying to do. Also, if you want to keep the ratio the same and you want to lock it, go ahead and click on that lock right there. And what that will do is it'll make it so it's locked. The ratio is locked. If I unlock it and I go to crop, you can see I have full control. To me, this is a better way to do the cropping than to use the aspect, but people have different workflows. Next off, we've got our angle. Okay, so I never use the auto here. Like 65-24 as a custom ratio, the XPan format. I don't know what XPan is. I do not. I don't use auto here. I would use auto in the transform, and we can talk about that a little bit more because I don't think I got really into the Yes, I did get into the transform. We can talk about that. I prefer to use this little level, or it looks like a ruler, but it's supposed to be a level. What you do is you come over here, you grab it, and you click, and it will make it horizontal. Command Z. I don't know. Oh, Command Z. I've never tried. Okay, it does. So you can do it horizontal or vertical. Command Z to undo that. You also have a slider here that you can use, and to get that back out. Let's reset again, or hit Command Z. It's a panoramic format as far as I remember, 35mm. X-Pan is a Hasselblad 25mm panoramic format. Interesting. That's dropping some knowledge. I like that. Also, you can constrain to the image. So constraining will crop to the original image area. And this, when I am trying to straighten, let's say, oceans, water, bodies of water, this is kind of the way that I like to do it, through the crop. It's just what I'm used to doing. But we can go ahead and reset everything. Now, as you can see, we've got an overlay that is on it. And if I hit the letter O for overlay, you will see it's giving me a series of different overlays. And so you can find whichever one it is that you like best, that works for you, and you can use that. Now, if I hold Shift on some of these and also hit O, you will see, like for this one, it flips. There's more of an arrow, and if I hold Shift on the spiral, you can see it's moving around, and you've got two different spirals. You got oh, well, let's get back to that. Hold on. If we get in here, now if I hold Shift, we've got our landscape, our 4x5, 5x7. Or we've got our portraits with a 2x3, 5x7, 4x5. So you do have overlays that you can use. And I'm telling you, I don't know why. This is driving me crazy. Okay, so check this out. I've moved my laptop. There it goes. Now it sees it. I do not know, General. Hello there. Good to see you. I do not understand what is happening. Why? Every now and then it's just stopped seeing it. Frustrating. Okay. Get back into here. Going in. Oh, geez. What is this? GX 617, 4 shots per roll. Boom. 4 shots. Those are expensive shots. Yes. On a 120 film roll, I think you can double on a 220. Wow. Wow. We will use all our resources to unravel this mystery. I don't understand. I moved my laptop over next to the computer, so I thought maybe that was the issue. It is not. It's just being fickle. Being fickle. Okay, so that is the... it drops the connection when it's idle, but it should auto reestablish it the next time you try to push through the side. No, it doesn't. It does not. It will all of a sudden, the cursor will jump over to that computer, and I try to bring it back and it doesn't. So that's why I have the settings up. Okay, let's go ahead. This is in Iceland. We're not going to have a ton. One moment. Okay, here's a shot of a lighthouse. My boss lent it to me for a day. I could barely afford to buy the film at the time. Oy. So talking about the transform tool, we're going to go into the transform tool. And I did talk about this really quick, but just to bring it up again, if we do the guided transform, we can go through and find something here that I would like straight. And let's go here. And let's do another horizontal. I believe that you can do 4. So let's go ahead, make sure that, let's do this back one. So there you go. You can see that the before and after, it just straightens it up. Maybe make this one the primary and push through to the other, as in connect your mouse and keyboard to this one. Yeah, maybe. Hey, Bruce. Oh, you're on? Good day, Shawn. Happy Thursday. Yes, I am Bruce. Good to see you. I am on. I started late because I've got people coming later, so coordinations, things like that. Okay, so that's the transform. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna reset that image. Let's go ahead, hit G, and let's go ahead, use this one. Okay, so these are the black sand beaches. I hear Adobe offer random dropouts. Universal control is a common issue, though. I'd recommend getting a multiple device mouse and keyboard instead. I hear Adobe offers discount on Logitech MX devices. My frustration is not to that point yet, but it just happened again. There we go. Now we're back. Okay, so we have a wedding here happening on the black sand beaches, and let's just say I'm not happy with these people. General says Shawn is never late. Frodo Baggins, nor is he early. He starts precisely when he means to. Thank you, General. So let's go ahead, hit D for develop. We're going to get into the remove tool. So let's go ahead, zoom in. Now the remove tool, we've got a few different modes. We've got a remove brush, a heal brush, and a clone brush. So let's actually start with the clone brush. So if I grab the clone brush, first off, I need to hold down Why is scissors coming up for clone? Command Z. This is really strange. Okay, so a clone, what I can do, and it's not the same as in Photoshop. So if I go ahead, I select that. Now it's giving me the option of where I want to clone. So I can bring this over and say, okay, I want to clone that. You can change the size of your brush and your feather here. If I wanted to remove, I could actually do it the opposite way and try to remove her using the clone. To be honest anymore, the clone, I very seldom, yeah, scissors. I don't know what the heck the scissors are. That's weird. Let me see what this does. I don't know what the scissors do. I really don't. Strange. Okay. Moving on, we have our opacity of our clone. So you can see we can change the opacity. We can change the feather, trying to make it look a little bit better. And then if you want to delete it, just click on it and delete it. Seldom, rarely, yes, I very seldom use it. You will see down here you have a visualize spots. So if you turn that on, it's going to turn everything into this area here. And what it does is you're looking for sensor spots. So if you've got spots on your sensor, like zoom in again, these are birds way off in the distance. They do not look like sensor spots. Ooh, there are some sensor spots. I do see some splotches there. So that's how you can visually see it. Interesting. I thought my sensor was clean this trip. And of course you have an adjustment to see how much you're going to see. So you've got a slider there, and we're going to turn that off. Next off, we have the healing tool. Again, let's zoom in here and let's click on the healing tool, and let's see if we can heal this photographer. And so it's kind of doing the same thing. Now, as you can see, I can continue moving it around. It's kind of the same as the cloning. The heal is you're trying to heal an area. The clone is you're trying to clone an area. Pretty much the same thing. Okay. So, and you also have the opacity and the feathers. Let's just delete that. Now the new and improved remove tool. This is getting good. It's getting better constantly. So we've got a couple different settings here. Right now, it's the standard remove tool. And the remove tool works really good if you're trying to remove, let's say, some rocks. It does a really good job by removing those items. Let's get back into the remove tool. And you can always jump in, select, and delete them again if you want. But once you start getting into larger areas that you would like to remove, sometimes it gets a little weird. Now, this is not a huge selection. Should have made my brush bigger. This isn't a huge selection. But you can see, okay, that doesn't work. That doesn't work for me. You can continue trying to remove and remove. Sorry about that. And it's just, let's delete it. Not happy with it. Let's detect objects. Okay. Let's just turn that off. Now, here is where you have the use generative AI. So you can turn that on, and here's what I recommend in Lightroom Classic. This isn't Photoshop. I'm not talking Photoshop here. I'm talking Lightroom Classic. Is test it on the remove tool first. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to turn that off, and we are going to do a full remove of all of them and see what we get. That works for me. That is not bad. When you were removing those bubbles or foam in the other picture, you used the healing brush. No, I used the remove brush. Whoa, we got a we're lurking from Stuart. Hello, Stuart. It is good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. Hi, Penny. Penny is in. So I'm kind of happy with this. Now let's zoom in again. We did get something funky happening down here. Okay. So really not the best. Pretty good. pretty good. And so as you saw, what just happened is as I moved that, it reanalyzed and rechanged it. Now it's getting weird. So let's delete it. Firefighting today, Mr. Kozel? Maybe? Why firefighting? Let's go ahead, turn on the generative AI. We are going to... Oh, Stuart is firefighting today. All right, so you can see what we've got, and we've got the red overlay, so it's telling us this is where you're going to be. Then we get some selection options. We've got add to the selection, subtract from the selection, and we also have an overlay, so you can choose a different color. If red doesn't work, you can choose whatever color you want to use. And also here you can change the opacity, so you can see what it is that you're painting on. You can cancel from here or go ahead and just hit remove. Now, the reasoning that I said, holding option in the erase tool, the scissors lets you clear heal points. You can either click them or click and drag to clear multiples. Interesting. I did not know that. We will test that in a moment, Oliver. So we get 3 variations. So you can see that it has generated a nice little wave. It's looking over here at the waves. We've got one without the wave. And I like what it did with the rocks better. Number 3, I would say, is the best one. Now, what I would say, and let's actually zoom in so you can see what we got going on here. So that was 3. That was 2, and that was 1. I kind of didn't like the wave. I like that one. I like that one even more. So we've got the 3 variations. Now, why I said always give the remove tool a try first, because it's free. I just generated a new item, so it cost me a generative credit. That was relatively new a while ago, but there we go. We've got that. So I am going to go ahead, delete that. And let's get back over into the healing. So Oliver's saying holding option in the erase tool, the scissors, lets you clear heal points. You can either click on them or click and drag to clear multiple. Okay, let's try that. Let's use this. This is perfect. Perfect. Let's hit D for develop. Oh, you just, anytime. Why? Why when I switch photos? There we go. Now we're back. Okay, moving on. Hitting D for develop. Let's go in and let's use the heal tool. So I'm going to use the wheel. I don't have a wheel, but the center point on my mouse. And that's, it's okay. It's okay. We're going to just kind of do this fast. I wish I could gift my Firefly credits to other people because I hardly use any. That was a thought originally. And Adobe put the kibosh on that pretty quick. So I'm not happy with how this is working. But anyway, now Oliver's saying if I hold down the option key, and you can see that I've got the scissors, and I can click to remove. Interesting. Or I can drag, make a box and remove them all at the same time. Got 2 up there. Am I missing any? I don't think so. That is actually a good trick. I can't believe I didn't know that. Oliver, did you know about this scissor tool? Or did you look it up? My guess is he looked it up. That's what I'm guessing. Oh, I missed some. No, I had to look it up. Well, thank you for looking it up. We learned together. I dig that. Bruce is over on Twitch saying, yoo-hoo, Twitch people. Okay. Red eye. Now, red eye, I never, ever use. And oh, we can use this little girl. Yeah. I never use red eye. Never. So, oh, what do we got here? We got a big boom from Mafu. Thank you, Mafu. Oh, that's for Ollie, for Oliver. Thank you, Oliver. Never used it. I've always just clicked on them and hit delete. Yep. I didn't know either, Sandrine says. Yeah, new to me. I always wanted to do it. Well, you got it. You got it. So the way red eye works. Now, we don't have anything red in this photo. We do here. Let's jump in here. Now, this is not red eye. I don't have any photos with red eye because what happens, red eye is when you take a photo of a person and you have an on-camera flash. 99.9% of the time, if red eye occurs, it's because you have an on-camera flash, and the light goes into the pupil and bounces off of the blood vessels within the back of the eye, and when it comes back, it looks red because of the blood vessels that are in your eye. So the red eye, that creates the red pupils. So if we go ahead, we hit D for develop, and I grab the red eye, and you can see up here. Now see, this is new to me. I did not know they added pet eye. So you've got red eye and pet eye, and it says drag from the center of the eye or click to use current size. So I come over here and you can see I've got this crosshair, right? So if I click and drag, well, okay, let's do this. Let's click right there, and it's going in and creating a round shape, and it's removing the red. So it's trying to say, okay, here's the eye, and it just pulls the red out. What about Popeye? Popeye. Does anyone still have a camera that can't counter this? I thought only vampires had red eyes. That's funny. What the heck did I just hit? Okay. Let me go ahead and reset that. So it's a legacy tool. It looks like they've tried to improve it a little bit more. I don't use it. And yes, Oliver, the camera, they have red eye detection cameras. Newer cameras have red eye detection, so that would actually probably take care of that. Yes. All right. Masking. I've only ever used red eye on old photos. That is true. That is true. Okay, let's get here. And we've got, let me find, got this little girl who is releasing baby puffins. And yep, let's use this photo. Like scanned film photos. That is true. Okay, going into D for develop. First off, we're going to open that up, and we have a bunch of new, well, not a bunch of new masks. Puffins. Pufflings. Puffling. As of right now, I'm going to let it go. Okay, so you can see that right now it has found 3 people. We have person 1, person 2, person 3. So let's deal with person number 1, and you can see we've got an overlay over person number 1, and it even selected the puffling. But let's select person number 1, and it has entire person. So we have the entire person, we have facial skin, body skin, eyebrows, lip, teeth, hair, and clothes. So as I hover over the hair, you can see it turned her hair bright red. If, let's see, doesn't detect any, let me zoom in here. I can't use this anymore because Adobe decided my laptop wasn't compatible with it despite it working fine before they decided that. Yeah, that's why, one of the reasons I've got a new laptop. Let's go facial skin. You can see that it's detecting her face. Body skin, interesting that it's adding the body skin behind the ear. So if I wanted to select both, I could select both and then hit create mask right here. So be aware, eyebrows, it's picking up her eyebrows. It's picking up her lips. Lips are red. Picking up the teeth. I mean, that's actually hair, but it thinks it's a tooth. You could see the hair. And then if I go ahead and let's zoom out, it selected all of the clothes and the puffling. All right, so now where, I'm trying to remember where it's at. If it's in beta, it can go through and it can select like the jacket. It can select the pants. It can be very, going very much in detail, very specific into what it is that you're trying to do. But let's stick with the clothes. So I'm going to go ahead and create a mask. And you can see up here that we've got the mask created. And from here, if I wanted to go in and start, maybe adding saturation, we're going to change the hue. Like, I like those purple pants. Green. We can do that. So before, she's got blue pants. Now we've gone through and changed the hue for all of her clothing. We can also, desaturate it. Now she's all in gray. Go way over the top saturation, but of course that's not too real. So be aware of that. If we wanted to, for this, I can go ahead and we can duplicate this mask. So let's go ahead, duplicate mask 1. And getting back into this mask, the first mask, we can subtract. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a brush. And let's remove that mask that is on her jacket. Okay, so we are going to remove that. Now, if we go up to mask 1, copy, and you can name these. So Let's double click that and let's call this our jacket. And we can double click on this one and we can call this our pants. And let's get back into the jacket. And let's do a subtract. And we are going to use another brush. And I'm going to paint here. And we're going to remove the pants and the shoes from that. So now with the jacket selected, if we wanted to, go with a green, then we can adjust it. Actually bringing down the saturation right there. So you can see this is the original. That's what we got after. So masking has become really, really powerful within Lightroom Classic. This has been probably the biggest improvement, I would say, within Lightroom Classic. Frank, hello. This is the biggest improvement in Lightroom Classic that I can remember. I mean, I would say this is just awesome. Just absolutely awesome. The fact that we've got masks. So if we want to go in and we want to create a new mask, congratulations, chat. You've sent 100 messages today within Restream. Congratulations. So let's go ahead. We are actually going to delete all these masks. So we're going to go hit on the 3 dots and delete all the masks. And what did we just get? We got a boom. We got a boom from Bruce. Thank you, chat, for 100 messages. Boom. And once we jump back in, you can see we still have our person 2 and our person 3. So that's all there. Really cool. Frank says we'll join on Twitch. Wherever you would like to join, Frank. Okay, so let's see. Will this be... Yeah, let's stick with her. Let's stick with the girls throwing the puffin. Puffleen. Yeah, that's too much fun. Okay. Oh, she launches that bird. She launches it. Okay, let's stick with this one. All right, D for develop. Let's get back into the masks. So what we've got up here at the top, we have a subject, a sky, and a background. So if I want to select the subject, it's going to detect and it says, hey. Hold on, Mom. Yeah, that's kind of a scary cliff. I mean, yeah. So it's saying the people are the subject. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. And then from here, of course, you have all your controls. You've got your regular sliders, you've got your color, you've got your point color, you've got color curves. And there we go. Get back here. We've got our curve adjustment effects, which this is relatively new that they added texture. I can't remember exactly at which time they added texture, clarity, and dehaze into the masks, but it's relatively new. Grain and detail. So you've got those effects. No, wait a minute. I mean, okay, no. Also, up here at the top, under the select subject, you can invert the mask. Now, sometimes you want to do that, but if you click on the three dots up here, and you know what? I didn't even go over this panel. We need to go over this panel also. If we click on the three dots, we've got a rename the mask, or you can double click. Frank says, went on the edge of horse bent 2 weeks ago, and it was pretty deep lift. I don't know where horse bent. Horse bent. I'd like to see a photo of that, Frank. Okay, so you can rename horseshoe bent. Is it in Canada or bend? Is it in Canada? Or is that horseshoe? Is that in the Grand Canyon? Okay, the one Terry White shows photos of. Grand Canyon, very cool. I've been close to the Grand Canyon. I flew over the Grand Canyon. Are there supposed to be sounds for the alerts? No, because the problem, okay, here we go. In OBS, how can I put this? Great place for a photographer like you. I would love to. I'll wait until I move back to the States. I am on a monitor right now. So OBS is seeing the monitor. Hi, Jack. When I am, well, let's do a test. Let's do a test. If I am here, now you're getting to see the inside of Twitch and a little bit of OBS. And let me put in, a big boom. Let me know if you heard that. Did you hear that, chat? Bruce says yes. Okay, so the difference is this is a monitor, so there's no sound. Okay? If there was any sound, it would be coming, I would have to be showing my laptop. Then there could be sound. When I'm on this monitor, there's no sound. So like if that is, okay, now you really got me wondering. Oh, you know what it is? Also, I'm using Video Ninja. Let's get back here. I'm using Video Ninja and I haven't set up any sound. The dog needs your attention. Whoa! Let's close that. So I am using Video Ninja and I don't have the sound set up. So if I am, and this is, I'm glad you guys brought this up because I'm gonna have to run a test. If I want to work in Premiere, and of course, if I'm working in Premiere, I've got to use my laptop. I can't use that Mac. If I need to figure out how to hook up sound through it. Traveling through OBS scenes ain't like Dustin Crops, boy. Or hook up a speaker to that monitor. ads are about to start for those of you on Twitch in about a minute. So if anybody is working along, make sure to save, stretch, take a sip, look away from the monitor while the ads are on. I probably shouldn't say that. Twitch probably wouldn't like that. No, it's not hooking up to the monitor. I'm kind of curious, like, okay, how can I... I'm gonna have to figure this out. I'm gonna have to think this through. Because what I've done in the past, and that's probably what I'm gonna have to do. Sandrine, have a good day. For sound, I use a, you know what, hold on. Okay, so what I've done in the past, and I have to think this through, I hooked up my monitor, my laptop, and I used a HDMI video capture, HDMI, to a USB capture device for the sound. That's what I've done in the past streams when I was working in Premiere. So I haven't tried this setup yet, so I need to figure that out. But thank you for bringing that up, because I do plan to do a Premiere stream soon. Okay, your community is back. Bruce is back. Thank you. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, everybody that is hanging out. You could do this, but with the pass-through game capture device, so you can capture the video and sound together and still see the output on the screen. In the past, yeah, I'm gonna have to run a test or two. I'll do that this weekend. Figure it out. Ooh, I got a loose screw. Okay, we are gonna continue on talking about masks. So if anybody's got questions, make sure ask away. And we've already made a grand discovery within the healing tool, remove tool. So first off, masks, you have a bunch of options. Let's get back into here. We can invert the mask. We can duplicate and invert the mask, which was a great add-on by Adobe. You can intersect the mask, so you can build upon it. So if I want to intersect our subject, you can use subject sky. You got a question, you ask the 8-ball general, that's true. Select sky, select background, select people, select an object. You can use a brush, a linear gradient, or a radial gradient, color, range, or a luminance range. So if I want to go ahead and intersect that, let's hit select sky. It's detecting the sky, and it's pretty much removed everything. Like, it went black, and you can see it up here. That's what it's selected. So let's go ahead, Command Z. We're gonna undo that. Let's get back in. We can do another one. Let's try a radial gradient, and let's put that right there. Bring that down here. So now, as you can see, what it's done with this intersect, and you can see what's red, is everything else out And let's turn down the exposure. So everything outside, it's just giving me black. So this is a good way to mess with your masks. So let's go ahead. Let's get rid of that. We're going to delete that. Okay. Let's keep going. You can duplicate mask 1. You can hide it. You can delete it. And that works great. Next off, let's grab our subjects. And you can go through and rename your selection. You can invert that, do all the same stuff. From that selection I showed before, you can add to it. So from here, if I wanted to add the sky, so if I hit select sky, it selects a sky. And then it adjusts, the adjustments occur on the sky and also the subject. So that's kind of funky. Let's go ahead. Let's delete that sky one. Subtract all the same other options. You can go through and subtract from that. So if I want to go and do a color range and we want to get rid of the blacks, we can get rid of the blacks right there. And whoa, get back here. So if I go in, you can see now everything except for those blacks are being affected. So if you want to be more specific, I love for stuff like this, let's delete that color range. Let's get our exposure back to normal. I love using color range and luminance range. Hey, Rick. Ho ho. I just missed Sandrine. You did. You did. She might be lurking. I doubt it, but good to see you, Rick. Hope you're having a good day. Let's see. So that is the controls that you have going on the mask. Let's go ahead. We are going to delete that mask. And we did. Let me just leave this up right there. Okay, good. We did a select subject. We did show the select sky. So if we wanted to bring that down, wanted to make it more blue, we can do whatever we want there to the sky. I wish if you did a sky that instead of this mask 1, even though it's super easy to rename, I wish it would come up and just say sky. I do. So let's delete the sky. We have background. Let it figure out everything. So pretty much what it did, it's not so much that it knew what the background was. More so, it selected the subject and inverted it. That's pretty much what it does. So of course we have all the controls. Now, same as always. Let's delete all masks. Now this is where it kind of gets fun. And is this a good photo to do that? Let me see. Let's do this one. Okay. Let's hit D for develop. We'll get back into our masks. Now, right now, it's detecting people, and it picked up 3 people. We've got person 1, you can see right above, right there. Person 1, person 2, and person 3. So if we want to go through and say, okay, we want to select an object, we grab our object. Now up here, you have a choice between a brush and a rectangle. So if I grab the rectangle and I want to select that rock, that island, whatever it is. Caroline says sunny morning here in the UK. Nice. You can go ahead, select that. We can brighten it up, do whatever we want to it on that mask. So let's go ahead. We're going to delete all masks. And if I select that again and I want to go ahead and draw around it, I can draw like that, let it do its thing. Why in God's name did it make that selection? Command Z. Let's try that again. Like, it may not like the fact that our puffling, nope, there we go, we got it. I was gonna say maybe it didn't like that our puffling was blurry, but we can go through, we can make our puffling more of the center of the show. Brighten it up, make it blue, no. Make it yellow, no. No. We can make the darks darker, we can lighten it up. So you have total control there of that mask. Let's go ahead, delete all masks. So select object, I like that. I like it a lot. Let's go in and select a brush. So just like any brush at all, you've got size, feather, flow, and density. I don't know what auto mask is. So if I go in and let's see if oh, it's trying to paint around her. It's actually trying. Let's Command Z. Get rid of that. Maybe crop out the two people in the left. Well, no, because here we go, Rick. If for those of you that do not remember, while I was in Iceland, we went out to an island it's called Vestman. I'm not going to try to name it. The nickname for it is Westman Island. So, and here, when baby pufflings leave the nests at the end of August, early September, they go out to sea towards the light. And unfortunately, within this harbor, it's got lights at night. So if the pufflings leave, sometimes the light will draw them back into the city. So in schools on this island, the children, starting in kindergarten, are taught how to catch the pufflings. So they go out, they catch the pufflings, they take them to a specialty veterinarian that checks them out, make sure that they're in good enough condition to be released in the wild. And then when the kids are done with school, then they go and they pick up their boxes of pufflings and they come to this cliff and release them. So this is a thing that is taught. And when there's a sign at this cliff talking about the pufflings. And so we were stunned at the idea that we're sitting there reading about the kids releasing pufflings, and all of a sudden here comes this girl. Wow, that one's like upside down. Here comes this girl with like 3 baby pufflings, and she starts throwing them off the cliff. So of course I got my camera, and you can see them all down here. So they're swimming around. There's similar problems with other species, babies going up beaches towards artificial lights instead of heading out to sea. Yes. And then this little girl shows up, and let's zoom in on our puffling here. I would not know this is a puffling, this is a baby puffin. So it was news to me. And then, so this little girl, And she's like doing the whole 1, 2, 3 and releasing them. And just the look on their faces, just absolutely awesome. Amazement. So this is a whole family thing. Now, I'm gonna tell you the story of the people I didn't take pictures of. There was a woman that shows up, and we're gonna leave the upside puffling on. A woman shows up shortly after the second little girl. She's got 2 kids, and the kids are about this girl's age. Now, just so everybody knows, the family shows up, they pull out the pufflings, they take photos of the children with the birds, and then they put them back in the box before they go up on this wall to throw them off. So we're sitting there, and this woman shows up. Now, she was in her maybe late 20s. Attractive woman, with her partner, and 2 little kids. So I was like, oh yeah, let's watch the kids throw the puffins again. So I'm all excited about this. And I'm sitting here, they get the puffins out, and the woman, they have 2, they get the puffins, and they hold them out. She takes pictures, she's got the kids next to her, she's holding them. I take it, they all take flight. Yes, they do. And they are trying, wait, there we go, okay. And so the pictures are done, and I'm like, cool. So I'm standing there with my camera. I'm waiting for the little kid to get up. No! She puts the puffins back in the box, takes the box over. She takes the first puffin and she throws it out. And then she takes the second one and throws it out. I'm like, what about the kids? Won't somebody please think about the kids? Like, I was so disappointed. I'm like, wow, that's kind of a jerk move. I mean, the only thing I could think about is that maybe she grew up on the island and her kids didn't, because the family ended up being on the ferry with us to get off the island. Maybe the kids have done it wrong before. Maybe they weren't trained. Maybe they don't live on the island. Maybe she's from the island. Maybe this is her childhood. And the kids don't know how to handle the puffins. But I mean, she could teach them. I don't know. It was just, I was like, come on. Cliff edge, yep. Yeah. Yup. Okay. Were we done with... I can't remember if we were done with masks. A scuffle breaks out on the top of the cliff. Or maybe she works for an animal charity that cares for them, so she has to do it. Maybe. Okay, let's find a landscape. Yeah, I think that might work. Okay. D for develop. So let's see. We have done our brushes. Now I really try not to use a brush mask very often. You can, but then again, you don't have to. But it's literally you brush and that's where the mask is. There you go. It's got auto mask on, so it's kind of chunky. You can see the chunkiness like right in there, but let's get rid of that. So hopefully, if you got questions about a brush mask, ask, but it's pretty straightforward. I'm just going off bureaucracy around this kind of thing. All right, let's do a linear gradient. So if we go ahead and we draw out for a linear gradient, first off, let's talk about the controls. Up here, you've got a little handle in which you can twist your linear gradient. You can stretch your gradient out, and what that's going to do is it's going to feather the gradient. So it's good to think about everything. So what you're looking at, and this area here is your feather area within a linear gradient. So everything down here in this region is at 100%. Then from this point right here, where my hand is, to this point, that goes from 100% to 50% opacity or feathering. And then it goes from 50% to 0. So depending upon how much you stretch this out, depends upon the amount of your feathering. So as you can see, let's do it that way. Now, if I bring this out, you can see the amount of feathering that we've got going on. So that is pretty much how it works. You can grab the center spot, move it wherever you want, change the feathering, and also change the tilt. So very helpful. Let's go ahead and delete that, and I'm gonna show one more quick thing and why. Come on now. Okay, back. Let's delete that mask. Delete all masks. We're going to grab the linear gradient again. Now, holding down the shift key, if I drag from the side, it keeps it perfectly straight. Let's go ahead and make another one. I'm going to hold shift again, drag. Nope, let's delete it and grab another one. Grab another linear. If you hold shift, drag up, it keeps it perfectly straight. So that is holding shift. Now let's get in a radial gradient, and you guys can see this pretty good. So you have the same controls. Within the center circle that is your 100%. You can make that smaller, bigger, as much as you want. So we can go, you can see how hard of an edge that is. You can feather it. You can also feather it by grabbing the top one or the side one. Hi, Bliss. And it's a circle, but if you don't want it to be a circle, make it an oval. You can also turn these by grabbing that handle and spinning it. So very fun, very easy. And also what you can do here is you can come in and invert. So if you want, to do a vignette like that, there you go. So the items of clothing selection is in Photoshop Beta, by the way. Thank you. Thank you, Oliver. I knew I played with it and I was just trying to remember where it was at. It took me far too long to find that out. Okay, that's the linear gradient and the radial gradient. Pretty straightforward. Now we've got ranges. So clicking on the drop down, we've got a color range and a luminance. Now we do not have a depth range because we don't have a depth map. with this. So we're not going to be talking about the depth range, but we are going to talk about the color range and the luminance. So first off, let's do a color range on this photo. So I'm going to grab that and my eyedropper pops up and I want this. Perfect. Now, up here, you've got your color range and your colors chosen. That's your sample color. You're defining, you can make it more precise if you just want that color, or you can just go, nah, give me a whole bunch. So that is how you get it more precise. Let's keep it right there. And let's say you just want that to pop. So you've got that. And you can see that's the before, that's the after. So just trying to bring out the contrast. I was also making sandwiches. Yum. Okay, let's go ahead. We are going to add a new mask and we're going to do a luminance range. So I'm going to grab that and we are going to select this color. Now with the luminance range, because you're selecting a tone, you're not selecting a color. So you've got your whites, pure whites to pure blacks. And you can adjust this saying, okay, I'm trying to get this more defined. And that is exactly what I want. I didn't want anything out here selected. Now, if it was selected, I can always use the subtract tool and subtract all of that off if it was choosing any of this. But that's not what I want. So let's just go ahead and I'm going to darken that. This dog has eaten through 2 bones this morning. Where does it go? Why is he like this? Is it too early for this? I don't know. What kind of bones? I'm almost out of water. Okay, so let's turn that off and on. So you can see the power of using a luminance mask or a color range mask. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy both of those masks quite a bit. Depth masks I haven't gotten into because I don't do depth maps. Depth map masks. Okay. We are going to take a quick break here. We are done talking about masks. But definitely check out masks in Photoshop, in Adobe Camera Raw, in Lightroom Classic. Also, you know, they're really getting way better in Photoshop, but you've got a bunch of control here. So a lot of times I don't have to go over to Photoshop as much as I used to. Deathmatch. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna get some more water. Everybody take a quick break, stretch, save, and I'll be right back. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for the dance party. We got from Bruce. Calling Devlin to the dance floor. Done with masks. You know what I meant. That's what it's all about. Do the hokey poke. Oh. Okay. Rick, boogie woogie. Devlin says, I'm sleepy, lurking for a bit. Good to see you, Devlin. Good to see you. Thank you for the lurk. Greatly appreciated. And thanks for sticking around, everybody. I needed more water. Okay. All right, I'm just getting a notification from Twitch. That's weird. So we went over the libraries. We went over the develop module map up here at the top. We click into the map. You're going to see, as I do not use maps, it's telling me what's going on using the map module. This map module lets you see or mark where your photos were taken. Photos tagged with GPS coordinates will appear in the map using the search box to find a specific location. Okay. Tagging an image. You can drag photos from the film strip onto the map to tag their location. Tagging an image location makes it easier to search your images later. Okay. Bruce says, wow, I can see my house. Google, allow Google. Yeah, sure. Okay. Why do I have 5 photos there? Oh, interesting. Okay. Wow, I did not know this. Okay. This is super interesting. Let me... Okay, we've got 3 photos in Iowa. Let's get back here. And as you can see, and will it make it larger? Can I zoom in? I can zoom in. Okay. As you can see, this is a deer photo taken from a game camera. Okay? Not my photo. I was asked, are they in the right place, or is this like my photos GPS where the tags photos taken at my house anywhere with a 5-mile radius? No, this is correct. This is correct. I was asked to work on this photo. This is the original photo that was sent to me from this deer camera. I edited everything out and sent the photo back. That was for my brother-in-law. And that is the correct location. So supposedly the GPS is on that. Now let's keep talking. Atlanta. Let's zoom in. A few years ago, Tony White was doing must be an expensive trail cam to have GPS. Terry White was doing a Photoshop creative challenge, and he went out to the airport in Atlanta and took a bunch of photos, and that was part of the challenge, and you were able to download those images. So these are Terry White's photos from the Atlanta airport. And even if we zoom in, yep, there it is. Hartfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Must be an expensive trail cam to take photos that good too. Yeah. I did a lot of editing. So these are Terry White's photos. Let's zoom out. This is kind of interesting. Wait, I need to check these before I share what these are. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Okay, these were taken up on a mountain lake or a fjord, if you will, in Norway of Mrs. Shawn and my sister-in-law. And so whose ever camera this is, because this obviously is not theirs, had the GPS turned on, and I imported these images because Mrs. Shawn likes to make books, or have me make books of their travels. So if you would have asked me, do I have any photos in my map? I would have said no, I do not. And I would be wrong. Okay, let's jump over into Iceland so we can show this off. And let's open up my film roll. Ooh, and it actually jumped to the film roll of those photos. That's interesting. Let's click on Iceland. And where are we? Let's get out. Let's hit G. We're in Iceland. Let's get down to our puffins. Sorry if I'm scrolling. Puffins, puffins, puffins. Where are our puffins? Lots of geysers. Vikings. She was so cool. This would actually be a really good photo to do some of the masking on the people, like showing the teeth. We can do that really quick before we get back. Let's jump into here. I have 38,000 photos with geotags. Dang. Let's hit D for develop. Let's get into our masks. Ooh, that one's got, let me find one that's not. Okay, there we go. That has not been edited. D for develop. Let's get into our masks. Let's let it detect the people. And we've got one person. We can say yes, please. Selecting on our one person. We've got our facial skin. That's just weird looking. Body skin. Eyebrows. Like this does such a sweet job. Whoops. Our eye. Let's zoom in. This is getting weird. The eye sclera, the whites of her eyes. Then we have the iris and pupil. Okay. Zoom out. There we go. Lips. Teeth. Hair. And clothes. Hi, Uma. Does a pretty good job. Okay, let's get back out. We're on a mission here. Okay, that's more geysers. Past the Visine. Okay, now we're getting into our puffins. And then we will have our angry sheep. And here is our girls throwing puffins. Okay, Now I've got that selected. Let's get back into our maps and you can see it right here. Let's zoom in over here and okay, the puffins. Okay, there's Elephant Rock. The world's largest puffin. Well, can you guess right there? Can you guess? This is the world's largest puffin population right there under Puffin Lookout. So, what? Why? Is this like Google? No, get back here. Okay. So we need to come over here and we've got beautiful puffin and shoreline. There is the golf course right there. And so I'm here is where, wait, yep. This is where the girls, the little kids, were tossing their puffins. Let me just make sure. Yes, it is. So what we want to do is we can drag this image and we're going to put it right there. So that, now if I click on it, boom, there's our little girl tossing her puffling. So if I wanted to add photos to the map and not have the geolocation turned on my camera, that is how I would do it. Because I'm not going to turn the geolocation on my camera on. So just not going to happen. But there you go. I think that's maps. I'm guessing. Okay, getting into books. Now, I repeat, I'm not going to go over every single bit of this. There is, sent you a screenshot of mine. Okay, I want to see this. I want to see this. Okay, hold on. I don't want to share. How did I not see this one? Wait. Give me a second. Okay. Thank you for the message, Oliver. All right, let's get back here. So this is Oliver's map. 7,150. 9,483. You get around. So the question I have for you, Oliver, how does this benefit you. Thank you, Umacorn. Like, if for me, if I could remember where all my old film photos were taken, there'd be some in Wales and Cornwall too. I understand if you have geolocation turned on your camera, it's in the metadata, that it's automatically put into your map. I get that. I get it. For me, being able to go through and it is the equivalent, this is an Illustrator file, it's the equivalent of me trying to keep track of every place I've been. So I wouldn't need to know that I took 1,500 photos in Iceland. All I need to know is I've been to Iceland. You know, of course, it would have a bunch of tags all over Iceland, a bunch of tags all over the UK, Ireland, Northern Ireland, you know, Wales, bunch of tags. Does that help me? I don't know. Bruce is back. Thank you, Bruce. I just have to think about this. Huh. All right. Let's get back over into Lightroom. Mainly it's for sharing on Flickr, so it puts the location in, sticks it on their map automatically. Okay. So first off, let's talk about this really quick. Right behind me, let me switch sides. You can see over here that you can export your book as a PDF. So that way you can send it to Blurb, or for that matter, there's a Blurb link within Lightroom Classic. I need to drop off for a meeting. Rick, take care. Have a great day. Let's get over here. Take a look at our book. So you've got a Blurb book, Blurb magazine, Blurb trade book, PDF, or JPEG. So you get to choose what you want. You go through, you pick your styles, your size, your cover, your paper type, your logo. And as you start building this up and you give it everything that you need as you're building it, it's going to actually make a price. It will build out a price. Is the price guaranteed? I don't know. I don't know how updated it is. You got a pre-roll on Twitch. Sorry about that, Devlin. I thought I had it turned off. Oh, it's turned off for subscribers. I believe. That's how I got my settings. And then at the very bottom, you can send the book to Blurb to be made. So I have a ton of Blurb books. Not a ton. I have a bunch of Blurb books that I've made. So that is the company that I prefer to use. Unfortunately here, there isn't a English version of the online to make it. I went to Photokina and Blurb had a big, a very large booth section. It was a section, really. And all these laptops so you could build out your books while you're sitting there and, you know, test it out and whatnot. And I talked to them and they're like, well, you would have to use the UK if you really want English. So this is a good way to get around it. Now, yeah, that's all I'm going to talk about that. If you got any questions about the book module, let me know. Let me know. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit G for grid. Let's grab these. Start here and we'll go there. So I made a selection of photos. Next off, we go to slideshow. And you can see I've not made a slideshow since the new version. Making slideshows. In the slideshow module, you can create presentations from your photos, set options such as photo borders, background appearance, title screens, and soundtrack from the right panel. You can preview and play your work, and when you're ready, click the play button to run the slideshow in full screen. Tip: you can always run a quick slideshow from within the library module, pressing Command Enter. Exporting, okay, the export video button allows you to create a video of your slideshow that you can share outside of Lightroom. And you have built-in templates allowing you to select a design or layout already provided or create a new template based on your current settings. Okay, Command Enter. Let's hit G. Let's get back to the library. I've got the selected. Command Enter. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. I have never. Kailesh, hello? Or Kailesh? Good day. This is a new tool to me. Let me know in chat if you knew about this. Command Enter will create a slideshow within the library module. That I did not know. And the puffling sails off. Okay, let's hit escape. Hopefully escape will... No. Escape, there we go. That's interesting. I did not know that. Okay. This is why sometimes it's good to actually read the instructions. Yeah. Okay, so what we've got zoom to fill the frame. So if I do that, it's going to fill the frame. Otherwise, it won't. Then you've got your stroke border. You've got a cast shadow. You've got show guides. Let me see here. Boom. Let's do that. Okay, you can add an identity plate. I don't care. Can you explain in short what exactly it is? I am new here. Yes, I am doing an introduction into Lightroom Classic. I started on Tuesday and we did a full explanation of Lightroom Classic, of the library module. Then we got into the develop module and we talked about how to develop your images and all of the features. Today, we talked about masking your photos. Then we talked about using the map feature. We talked briefly about books, a blurb book. And now we are at the point of making a slideshow. So if we wanted to add an identity plate, you can add an identity plate there. We could add watermarking if you wanted to. Ratings, we've got our text overlay. It's got a color wash, that's for your background. You can add in titles. This is the only place that I can think of where you have text, where you can actually add text. Now, if we come here to our intro, no, that's in the book. In the book, you can add text. Okay, here we go. It's got Adobe Clean as an overlay. Okay. You can add a intro, an ending scene, music. Okay, you have to add your own music. Slideshow mode, automatic, blah, blah, blah. Repeat slideshow, let's turn that off. And if we preview, this was kind of freaking me out when it's saying preparing preview for slide 874. I was thinking, like, are you seriously like trying to use 800 photos? And why? Why, for the love of God? All right, we're going to cancel out of that. I am going to have to end the stream in about 15 minutes or so. I've got some workers showing up. So that is the slide. Of course, you can come over here. You've got your Lightroom templates. You've got user templates, which I have not made a slideshow template. So that's going to go. Where are you from, dude? I am located in Germany. Let's go ahead. We're going to jump into the print module. Now, printing module, I love. So first off, over here, we've got a preview and we also have templates. So if we open up our Lightroom templates, you can see the previews, what you've got going on. Now, I've got this set up differently, but you can grab whatever template it is that you would like. Let's jump over here. You've got single image or a contact sheet. You've got, let's keep that zoomed in. You've got your picture package or a custom package. Zoom to fill, rotate, repeat one photo per page. Your stroke. Then you get into your layout. You've got your margins, your page grid, your cell size. This is the most important thing, your cell size. So if I'm saying I want one photo, you can see what's happening here. Everything is being set up using that cell. So that's one of the most important things that you want to pay attention to when you are going to print. Now, I love printing from Lightroom Classic. I absolutely love it. You can add a background color, an identity plate. You can add watermarking. You've got page options. You've got your photo info, like the file name, whatever you want, font size. Then you've got your printing job. So send to printer or a JPEG file. You've got your print resolution. Whoa, the heck was that? One moment, everybody. I don't know if you heard that or not. Whoa. Okay. I am getting, they're installing fiber optics and they're going to be tearing up for the next week the road and sidewalk right in front of my house. So, dang. Okay. Okay, moving on. You've got your printer set up. So your print resolution, your paper type, and then you can send it to print. Print adjustment, brightness, and contrast. This is important because usually, of course, your prints are going to print a little bit darker than what you're seeing on the screen. So having the print adjustments here, and you can see, let's go ahead and increase this cell. Okay, let's do that. Now, if I come down, oh, come on now, be gentle with me. If I come down to the brightness, you don't see anything happening here. Okay, it's not brightening, it's not doing anything. So this is something that you need to figure out when you're printing. So if I'm going to make this print, and I'm not going to, not a good photo for print. If I'm going to print this as an A3 large print, what you're going to want to do, Caroline, I've been to the Atlantic airport. It's massive. Atlanta is one of the I believe it is the largest in the world, if I'm not mistaken. And yes, it sucks when you're told that your gate changes. And you gotta run because it's huge. Are you seriously that far behind, Caroline? She's back on maps. She can't hear me now. Okay, let me send Caroline a message. Oh, she's on YouTube. Let me send a message over here. Are you on real time? Devlin says, I like Atlanta Airport, always sassy. Heading out. Bliss, have a great day. Skip to live, Caroline. Okay. So I highly recommend printing. She was like a half hour behind. Welcome back, Caroline. So I highly recommend print some small prints, test prints, and if you do need to make adjustments, you can actually do it down here at the bottom rather than trying to jump in and adjust your images for print. Okay, let's jump over into web. Create a web gallery. Now, I'm going to be honest, never ever use this. I've never used this. I'm not telling you to not use it. I'm saying I never had. The web module allows you to create HTML web galleries that can be uploaded directly to your website. Choose the layout of your gallery you would like to create, from straightforward image grids to more sophisticated interactive galleries. Templates allow you to select from a range of designs and layouts already provided, or create a new template based on your current setting. Caroline's got the giggles now. Bruce says, come on, Shawn, really? Hard to believe. What, that I don't make grids? Export or upload. You can choose to export the HTML and images locally before uploading them to your site, or once you enter your server information into the upload setting panel, you can upload directly with the upload button. Update web gallery. Why are you working? I don't want you to work. I don't want you to work. I have a website. Needs to be updated. And you know, I have to tell you, I find it quite interesting that for having 400,000 views, wow, that doesn't look good here. 400,000 views. I've been streaming forever, 400 streams. It's quite interesting that I only have, wow, you are really slow. Really slow. Let's get back to the home page. 510 visitors. That's interesting. That's interesting. But that's okay. I'm all right. Wow, this is a horrible website. Why is this so slow? Like, really? This should not be this slow. Is it drawing the picture? Hey, why is... like, these are popping up. Why is this Lily not? Interesting. Okay. All right. So that one is not. I love this photo. I do. Talk about absolute pure luck. And I know I've shown this photo. I've talked about this photo before. This is off my balcony. Supermoon. And didn't even know that I caught the plane until afterwards, until I was editing, and I just about fell off my chair. And if people know, I'm good at Photoshop, but just so you can see, if you look at the jet stream right here, I'm not that good at Photoshop. I'm not that smart to have thought about adding the jet stream there. Doing this, like actually just putting a plane there, would be super easy to do, but I wouldn't think about the jet stream. Especially the jet stream right there on the edge. I'm not that smart. I would not have thought of that. Okay, let's get back into Lightroom Classic. As always, just so you know, if you do not want to have your web up there, you can right click on the banner, the black part, right click and turn off web. I'm going to turn off slideshow and I am going to turn off map. Megan! Hello, Megan. It is great to see you. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Thanks for popping in. I apologize. I'm going to be ending the stream shortly. But let's go ahead. Our puffling rowing girl. Let's keep that. I'm gonna use this as my thumbnail. So let's go ahead. I just hit my mic. I apologize, everybody. I'm so sorry. Whoa! What the heck just happened? Try that again. Chuck and puff. This was such an outstanding thing to see. Like, these girls were so freaking happy. Like, we're gonna grab that one and we'll end it right there. Let's do a command return. And while that's working, let me put in my wave. And by the way, if anybody wants to use my my emotes, I think if you follow, there's like 4 or 5 on Twitch, 4 or 5 that you get for free. Ooh, Megan putting in a big boom. Thank you, Megan. And if you sub, you get access to use more of my emotes, and also you get to use them on other streams. So you get to take them with you on Twitch, which is pretty cool. So Wow, this is taking forever to make this. Bruce says yes. This is taking forever. Okay. I want to see it though. Okay, we're gonna do this manually. Forget it. We're gonna do it manually. I'm gonna hit F. We're gonna make it full screen. And here we go. Bam. 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 She was totally doing the 1, 2, 3. So. And that puffling does not look happy right there. Not happy. Kind of a low release. Let's hit F again. Let's hit G. Just such a great look. Such a great look. So cool. Okay. I think it's time to end the stream. I want to thank you all for being here. I've got some workers or a worker coming over in a couple of minutes, checking out some stuff. So I am going to have to go. I will be back on the Firefly Discord. At least they didn't get drop kicked. That's what the other kids did previously and why they didn't get to do it again. Maybe, Devlin. Maybe. Very possible. I will be back with Jack Watson on the Firefly Discord today in 2 hours. So you can join us over there. I don't even know. Hold on really quick. Oliver's back. Good to see you, Oliver. Just in time for the end. Yes, that is true. If you are watching this on YouTube or Twitch, make sure to give me a follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Adobe Live. Oh, it's okay. Make a campaign day. They're in studio. So that's going on. Okay. Thanks, Shawn. I get to go catch the beginning that I was drowsing through. That's true, Devlin. Great hanging out with y'all today. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Caroline. All right. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. I will be back next week, and we're going to be taking a look at Frame.io at some point and Premiere. We'll be diving into those two apps. Premiere was a request by, I believe, Caroline. That sounds social. Okay. I think that's all the announcements I have. Remember to follow Umacorn and Jack. They will be live tomorrow and this weekend on Twitch and or Facebook. That's all I got. Thanks everybody for hanging out. This has been a lot of fun today. Stay safe, stay creative, and just be nice. I'll see you all in chat later. Any raids? I don't know. Let me see if anybody... One moment. Similar. Wait, how come it used to give me the follow? Why are you not giving me the follow? Who I'm following is Penny was live when I was live? Well, that's surprising. Okay, I don't see anybody live right now, so no raids. I will see you all later. Have a good day. Bye.